Hi, today I thought I'd show you how I propagate plants, and what we're going to propagate today is lemon verbena. So I'll just show you the plant. Number one key for propagation, I find, is making sure that the plant is ready to be propagated, and I've been waiting on the lemon verbena to be ready for propagation. So I didn't want to do it as a hardwood cutting, but now I'm going to show you how I do it as it is. Here is the lemon verbena plant. So you need a sharp pair of secateurs, and firstly I look at the plant and work out what would make a very good cutting. So what I need is new growth, and I take it right back. Okay, see this one here? I've got a few nodes there, a few leaf nodes, leaf joints. I'll take that cutting and then I'll get some more. I like to get about 10 at a time. I always find that getting side shoots make a better cutting on most plants. And this is the way I do it for most things. Most of the perennials and shrubs that I have in the nursery are done in such a way. Okay, I have some fine specimens there. Now what we're going to do is going to go over into the shade house, and I'll show you what I do next. This is our propagating area. It's a shade house, 6 metres long, 3 metres wide. Now we'll go inside. It's covered in 50% shade cloth, and it has aluminium frame. There's gravel on the floor, and inside I have a whole heap of styrene boxes on the ground, and they're filled with coarse river sand, not play box sand that you would put in a kid's plaything, just coarse river sand. Have a look close up, you can see that they're very gravelly texture. This shade house also has a second level, and that's where things have come out of those boxes when they've taken and be potted up into pots, and they're left there for a few weeks until they're potted on. This also has a misting system across the top, and we're on rainwater here, so that's hooked up to my rainwater tank. Quite often though, I don't tend to use the mister. I tend to like to hand water. It gives me a better control on the plants and on the cuttings. Okay, so we'll go to the potting bench. This is the potting bench here. Now we'll get our cuttings, which are there. We've got a bag of little tags that we put in. I write on those, just lollipop sticks, ice block sticks. Put them in the boxes so I can see what it is I've propagated, which is really simple solution. Okay. Okay, I'll show you what I do next. So, taking each one of these, carefully I stripped the bottom leaves off where I've cut it. I pinch out the soft bit in the top and I leave 2 leaves. I'll show you that again. Pull off the bottom leaves carefully. Pinch out the soft bit in the top. Just dip that with my fingernail. That's my cutting. Right. I go through and I do them all like that. Don't need to be very long. We've got three leaf nodes, leaving the top one. If I accidentally pull off too many leaves, I just make sure I leave one. I make sure I do this early in the morning so that the plants have got plenty of moisture still in their leaves before the day really gets started. Right, propagated, ready to go. Okay. The next step. This is the box I'm going to put these particular plants into. So using just your typical tool, paint scraper, spatula, I just make a slit into the sand which is already moistened. And then I put my cuttings in there. Straight in there, already prepared, going straight into that bed. Okay. Then I make sure the sand is pushed up to the plants. I put their label in there. And then I water them in. Let's have a look at what's going on with the plants nearby and see how they're going. Now these are osteospermums, this one here. They've been in for a little while and they've got a little bit of new growth. So using a fork, I gently lift them and see if they're ready to be potted up. Okay, look at that. He's got roots and he's ready to go. So what I'll do now is I will put him into a pot with some potting mix, put his name on him and put him back into the shade house, but I'll put him up here. So I know that he's got roots, he's ready to go, and he just needs hardening off until he goes outside. He gets plenty of moisture in here, protected, great environment. So there's his little root system. I could tell that he was ready because he's got nice fresh green growth. He's standing upright and he's got lime green growth. So I knew he was ready to go. And like I said, garden fork is all I need. My tools are simple, nothing fancy needed. And that's how I propagate my plants.